Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie Gilson and I'm with stampinggala.com. I'm really happy that you're here today. Thank you for joining me. I'm working with a bundle today that is called, let me see, the Textured Notes bundle. So it has this stamp set and some really cool dies. Okay, so the main things I worked with that, but I am using a few other things and I'll point them out as I go along. But I wanted to try something different today, so I hope you like them. To me, they kind of have like an Asian feel to it, or botanical, but I think it looks really pretty. And I use both ink and embossing, gold embossing. And then this one, if you look at this, I have panels and I stamped it all in one piece and then die cut them. So I'll show you how I did that. And also I use dimensionals underneath so they look like they're floating as well. And then finally, this is a really nice gift box that I designed. And I see that Diane Curiotis is on here. And what's in here is something that she gave me, actually. Diane, you're always so sweet and bring gifts at my events. And you had given me some Bath and Body Works stuff. So I have two of these that fit right inside here. So this is a nice way to present them to somebody if you're giving a gift of Bath and Body Works stuff. So anyway, these are the projects that I'm working with today, but I do want to show you. I am this weekend. I'll have this together, the In Color Club, and as you know, every year Stampin' Up comes out with 5 new in colors and they stay for 2 years. So these are the colors this year, and how my in color works is for 5 months in a row. If you decide to join my In Color Club for 5 consecutive months, you will get one color, and you would get everything in that color. For instance, you'll get the cardstock. This one happens to be Timid Tiger. You will also get the ribbon, the ink pad, the 2 blends, the Stampin' Right marker, the In Color gems, the re-inker, and the DSP. All of that for $75, and that includes shipping. It's actually $65 plus priority shipping. And then let's say the first month you might get all of the Timid Tiger. Then the second month you might get Darling Duckling. And then till the 5th month, you'll have everything. So if you're interested, I'm going to be sending out some information on that this weekend. And as you know, I always do a PDF for the projects that I do on Thursday nights. And it looks like this. So you can actually print this off. It is on my blog now, actually, but it has all the dimensions and the products used. Okay. And right now, through tomorrow, we have free shipping. So if you want to place an order, it's a good time to do that because you'll save on shipping. In addition to that, saving on shipping, if your order is $50, well, for shipping, it has to be $75. But for my make and takes, if you order as a minimum of $50, you'll get the 3 make and takes for free. Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and get started because there is a lot of stamping today. So we're going to start off with this one first, and then that's how it looks on the inside. So let me grab my stuff and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm going to leave this over here so you can see it. So I'm working with Coastal Cabana. Oh, and before I do that, I do want to show you. Just look how different these cards are. Hey, Kelly. Anyway, this is the same stamp set. So I did a real masculine looking card here. And then here, a softer look. So as you can see, you can do different things with the same stamp set. I wanted to show you versatility. So anyway, we're going to go ahead. And this is Coastal Cabana. And it is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So we're just going to fold this over. Now, ladies, if you like this video, please make sure you share it with your friends and give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Okay, so next I have two pieces here, one of Very Vanilla and one of Coastal Cabana. So we're going to do a couple of different things here. First of all, we're going to stamp on this one, and I'll show you what stamp we're using. We're using this one right here, and this is Elements of Text. I really like this, and it's in the online exclusives. So we're going to ink this up with Versamark. So we're going to stamp it right up here so it's going off the page. And then we're going to stamp it over here as well. But I have to re-ink it again. Thank you, Judy. All right. So we're going to bring in this little gadget here for my embossing powder. And we'll get it on this side as well. All right, so let's heat this up, and then we're actually going to dry emboss it as well. It's taken a little bit of time because it's been a while since the heat gun was on. But it does give a really nice effect, both heat embossed and embossed with the die cutting machine. So we're doing a lot of heat embossing today too. Okay, so it looks like that, and it's really shiny. I don't know if you can tell, but it is quite shiny. All right, and then what we're going to do is take the embossing folder here, and this is exposed brick. I'm going to take this and put it face down, and I line it up with this line right here, so that way I know I have it straight. All right, so I'm just going to emboss offline here. What I should do is hook up my other camera so you can see this as well. All right, so it looks like this. Doesn't that look cool? I love this look. Okay, so we're going to put this on a piece of Very Vanilla. Thanks, LaSheila. Now, since it is embossed as well, dry embossed, it does tend to shrink the paper just a little bit. So I want to make sure that I have this on here well. Hey, Melody. We're going to trim it this way just a tiny bit. And if you're local to Canton, Michigan, I am doing my next card buffet on May 3rd. So if you're interested, I would love to have you join us. Okay, so we have this, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do it this way. It looks better. All right, we're going to put that on right there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is some stamping on a piece of Very Vanilla, but I'm going to do the embossing first, then the regular stamping, then we're going to die cut. And the reason I'm doing it that way is because if we die cut first, then down here, it may look funky when on the, where it's perforated here and around the bottom. So I want it to look really nice. So I have a piece that's just slightly bigger than the end result. Okay. So what we're going to do first, let me grab one of these pads. These pads look kind of gross, but they work. Okay, so this time I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to put it about right here. And then again, right here. Hey, Denise, how are you? My card buffet is where you make 10 cards. I have about 20 choices, and you make 10 cards. You pick out 5 different designs, and you make 2 of each. And it's a real fun day. I serve a light lunch, and we just have a good time. Are you local, Joe? Nicole, I would say they're more than gently used. They're abused. Okay, so we have that. Now, this is going to look kind of funny because I'm going to stamp, but it's going to be hidden under here, some of it, so the messy part won't be seen. So let me grab my Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to switch stamps. I'm going to do this one this time. Yes, I'm in Michigan. What state are you in? Let me grab this because it's going to go off, I think. Ah, shoot. Well, it'll be covered up some. Darn it. Okay. All right. So next we're going to take this one with crumb cake. Yeah, you're a bit of ways. Hey, Nancy. All right. So we're going to go here with this and up here with this one. All right. Okay. So we have that. Now what we're going to do is, let me show you the die we're working with. I believe it's this one. Okay. So we're going to die cut this just like this, and that will be covered up with one of the leaves. So I'm not worried about it. Okay. So this time we're going to use a couple of different plates on our die cutting machine. We're using the number 1. We're using the number 2, a number 3. Then we'll put this down just like that. And then an additional number 3 over top. And I'm just going to run this through. Okay, perfect. All right, see? Isn't that pretty? All right, so then we have a piece of gold foil. Now, I do have some of these leaves, and I did cut these out of just scrap, but you can cut them out here before you put this together. So we're going to glue this down, and then I have some trimming to do. I think it's 682, Kelly. Oh, Joe, are you a demonstrator as well? Okay, so we have that, and then just make sure you have it down because remember it's heat embossed as well, so it sometimes it kind of puckers. Nice. Whose team are you on, Joe? Okay, we're gonna die cut or trim this off, and it's perfect size. Okay, so then this is going to go here on dimensionals. It's a great hobby, that's for sure. Oh yeah, Jamie. I know Jamie. Oh, is that cool, Kelly? All right, so we're going to put this down right here. And just a little bit of the embossing peeks out on the side. Okay, so then we're going to do some additional stamping. And this time we're going to stamp thank you. And this is going to be in gold as well. Thank you so much, Joe. Okay, so let's heat this up. Hi, Helen. Okay, so to die cut this one, I used these nested essentials. So I used the smallest one on here. Okay, so I did cut this out already. So I have it right here. I die cut this already. Then I have a piece of Coastal Cabana. But before I put this on, I'm going to take I love this little, one of my Japanese friends got it for me. And I'm going to round the corners. Uh-oh. I dropped it and I broke it. Time for a new one. Yep, I can't use it. Oh, well. Well, I'm going to just have to put it on square. Okay. Well, I'll be going on Amazon tomorrow or tonight because I know it's available on Amazon. So I would have had these rounded, but it's just going to have to be this way. All right, and then this is going to go on right here with dimensionals. I didn't realize I broke it. All right, so far so good. Then I have these little die cuts, and I cut these using the Layers of Beauty dies. And all of that is on my free PDF that you can find along with the dimensions on my blog. And believe it or not, I already have it done. And all the products that I'm using, with exception of one, is linked in the comments below. So if you'd like to place an order, you can do so by just clicking on those items, and it'll go right to my online store. And I'll show you the item that is not in just a second. All right, and this is just the gold thread. So I'm going to tie a double bow with this. And the reason it's not available, it is to demonstrators, but not to customers yet. It'll be available May 6th. And what I'm talking about is the really pretty gems that you see that I'm using. They're called the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems. And they're so pretty. They have like a gold ribbon running through it. Okay, so I have this, and I'm going to put this right here. And I like how it is kind of curling up on me. So I'm going to put this right here. Put this here. And then here are the gems I'm talking about. See, they come in. Let me put it against this so you can see it better. Strawberry Slush, Pretty in Pink. And this is just a clear with a gold running through it. So in the Strawberry Slush and the Pretty in Pink have the gold running through it as well. But I think they look exceptionally pretty. Okay. So I covered up my boo-boo that I made there. You can't even see it. Nobody would ever know. So here is the outside of the card. And again, I wanted to show a different way to use a stamp set. Okay, this is kind of a fun fold card. And this was the free card, the free PDF in my newsletter this week. Okay, so we're going to do the inside. Let me take a peek and see what I did here. Okay, so we're just going to take the 2 pieces of Very Vanilla. Let me bring in this again. Okay, so, oh, it's going to go this way. I don't want to mess up. I've done that before. Okay, I'm inking this first. And I'm just going to go right here. And it's okay if it's a little bit crooked because it's just like background writing. All right, now I got a little overstamp right here, and I always use one of my little brushes here to get it off. That's fine. All right, so let's heat this up. Nicole, I think you're just biased. Okay, so then what, let me see. I think I have 2 more stamps on here. Yep. Okay, so we're going to take this one. I'm just going to stamp right up here. And we're going to take, where'd it go? Right here. I put them out of the way so I don't mess up. All right, so we're going to go here with this. And look how pretty that is just by adding some texture on the inside of your card. But here's the thing, too. If you if you have this on there, I don't like to write. I'm not a good writer. I never know what to say. And that's why I I don't know, my blog posts are, I need help. But anyway, you don't have to write as much if you have stuff taking up the space. Oh, LaSheila, yes, I wanted to tell you thank you so much. It is beautiful. And you know what? I meant to tell you that. I am so sorry. You are too good to me, LaSheila. Okay, so here's this. So we're going to get this on the inside. Just get this straight. And here is your first project. I hope you like it. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one. And this one's a little more detailed as far as some of the die cutting. So I'm going to take you step by step and show you this, okay? So let me get some room here. And I'm going to bring in the next set of stuff. Okay, let me set this card right here so you can see this. Now this card is 11 by 4 1/4 and it's scored at 5 1/2. So you're just going to fold over and use your bone folder. Okay, next I have 2 pieces here. This I already embossed with the exposed brick and also a piece of gold. And again, you can cut a nice size die out of here, die cut, so you can have for a future project. All right, so then we're going to put these together. I love the layers too. I always like to mention that I am looking to grow my team. So if you are interested in joining my team, I would love to chat with you about it. We have a wonderful group of ladies on my team and just have a lot of fun. Okay. And one of the things that the people on my team get, they get all my PDFs for free. The ones that people have to pay for, my team gets them for free. Okay, so we're going to get this one on here. All right, so I'm going to flip this around, and I'll tell you why in a second, why I did that. Okay, the reason I flipped it around is because I'm picky, and there's a little tiny dent right here, and I want that to be on the back. It's true. Isn't that the truth, Nicole? Okay, so then what I have here is a piece of, this is Coastal Cabana and another piece of gold. And these are just going to be glued together. We're almost to the fun part of this. And for that, I am going to bring the die cutting machine in the camera so you can see. Cliffy, did I miss something? Yes, and that's so true. In fact, my oncologist called me today. I have to schedule something. Okay. Thank you so much. All right, so this is going to go on dimensionals here, right in the center. I'm so bad. I have all kinds of notes on the back of this. When I'm at my desk, I just grab whatever I can to write on. Cliffy, I'll definitely keep you in my prayers. It's no fun. Just want to scoot this over a tad bit. Okay, so we got the base down, okay? So now we're going to take this piece here and we're going to do some stamping. And then we're going to die cut it. Okay, so we're going to take, let me see, we're going to do the heat embossing first. So I think we're going to go, I'm going to line this up, make sure. It's got to be somewhat, you don't want to stamp it like out of the grid. Okay, I got to get some of this off of here. Okay, so we're going to heat this up first. Oh, Sue, I'm so glad you caught it. I had to have radiation. I'm glad I didn't have to have chemo. Okay, so now we're going to grab the bigger stamp and we're going to stamp the Coastal Cabana. Okay, so we're going to go in this direction. Okay, all right. So now what I'm going to do is, what dies? What? This one. Yep, this is the one. So what I'm going to do is die cut these very carefully, okay? They're a little further apart than I wanted, but it'll still work. Okay, so let me bring this in, the die cutting machine. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this right here. And I just want to make sure that I get it about the same distance or the same width on each side that I have here. So we're going to die cut the first one. Okay, so this is the first one. All right. Then the second one, what I mean is I'm watching this right here, that side. So I'm going to get it down all the way here. Make sure it's straight. All right. And then die cut it again. And then the last one, let me see. See how, let me show you this. See, there's just a tiny bit here, and this is about the same distance there. So this is a second one. And then I'm going to do the final one here. And I don't even know if there's a name for this card. I kind of just did it. Aw, thank you, Cliffy. Okay, so that's the last one. So then this is what your paper looks like afterwards. Okay, so we'll bring these back in. So you'll see that the three pieces. Now let me show you how I put this on here. Okay, I started with the bottom one first. And what I'm going to do is take the dimensionals. And I have them in each corner. Okay, starting from the bottom. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this one first, and I'm watching the side in the bottom and making sure that the sides and the bottom here have the same margin. Okay, so that looks good. Then I'm taking the top one and putting that down next. Okay, so I'm going to just flip this around and then get the same margin. That looks good. All right, and then this one will be last, and I just drop that in the middle. Okay. All right, so this one, I'm just going to drop in the middle and put the same amount of margin between them. Okay, so we have that. Then I did stamp this ahead of time. This is in the same stamp set, a little note of appreciation. I'm going to glue it on here and then trim off the excess. And this die is from the same set, the same notes of texture, or textured notes, I should say. Okay. So let me grab this. Trim that. And then trim it over here. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to put this up on dimensionals, but I want to make sure that I don't go all the way to the end here. I'm putting them on like that because the side is going to be coming off a little bit. Okay, so this is going right here. All right. And then I have, oh shoot, I dropped one. I have a couple of these. I'll steal, let me see, I'll steal one from here and get it in a minute. Okay, so we're going to put some glue. I have 3 of these. Ladies, I hope that you'll check out my blog because I have classes to go on there and a scrapbook club to go there as well. They're called Create a la carte. And it's a tab right at the top. And also the scrapbook club. I'd love for you to check those out. And I also have a membership club where you get PDFs every Monday for just $5 a month that you can use however you wish. Okay, see that? All right, so now we're going to take the gold thread again. I love this thread. Oh my goodness. There goes my ink. I guess I have 2 things to pick up now. I should have been called the clumsy stamper. That would have been appropriate. Okay, so I have this. And then we're going to take a glue dot. Put it right here in the corner of the sentiment. Put this on there. And I like the things looking a little wild. I'm definitely clumsy. And we're going to go here. Now remember, if you want these make and takes, just place your order by Sunday. And I will send these make and takes to you. So here's the outside of your card. I hope you like this. And then let me see what I did on the inside. Okay, well, I guess I got to pick up my stuff I dropped. Hold on 1 second. Oh, God, I'm too old for this. Okay, so let me bring back in this. And I just have Very Vanilla here. Let me make sure I have the right one. Yes, I do. Okay, so we're going to, let me see what I did here. I think I'll just ink this up right here. I'm glad you guys don't mind that I'm clumsy. Okay, where did that go? Sometimes the paper has been handled and there's oil on it, so you really can't tell until you put the powder on. And that's what happens. What do you mean, Nancy? What the heck? Totally different. What's different? The 2 cards? Okay. So then we're going to take the other stamp. right, perfect. So we're going to glue this together. Yeah, it works well, Kelly. Kelly, did you hear that I'm doing a card buffet on the 3rd? I know you were interested before, but weren't available. Okay, so let me trim this down. And we'll glue this in, and your second card is done. And then we have that cute little box to make, and it is really cute. Oops. That's funny, Kelly. Okay, so here is your second card, and I bet you this one is your favorite. Anyway, all right, so we're going to move on to the last project. And the last project, of course, is a box. Let me bring this stuff in. It looks so much nicer when you do the inside. Okay, so here is the box, and I did take the ribbon off. So, and remember, this fits 2 of the Bath and Body Works products in here. And if you notice, this ribbon is the open weave trim, and I love it. I love it for wrapping presents too. Okay, so first of all, let's just start with the bottom. And the bottom is 8.5 by 5.5. And I did that on purpose so we could get 2 out of a piece of cardstock. Okay. So let me tell you, on this side, it's scored at 1 7/8 on the short side. And on the opposite side, it's scored at 1 7/8, 4 1/8, 6 and 8 1/4. So okay, so it looks like this, and then we're going to do some trimming. Okay, so normally I have a 1/2 inch here for the tab, but there wasn't enough. The paper, I would have had to have 8 3/4 inch wide paper. I could have turned it around the other direction, but then I would only get 1 out of a piece of cardstock, and I didn't want to do that. Okay, so see how I just tabbed that? And then what I do here is for the score lines, I cut on both sides of the score lines so that I call it the score bump. I'm cutting the score bump out. This is the bottom of the box. So it's just a little sliver, but let me show you how little it is. Just like that. But it makes a difference. Okay, so then we're going to do the same thing for all 3 of them. Now I could have stamped on here like some embossing powder. I could have stamped some like sprinkles and stuff. But I opted to keep it plain. Okay, so what we're going to do, hi Tatiana. All right, so what we're going to do is put some glue right here. Do all of you like 3D items, or do you prefer just that I just do cards? All right, and this is going to fold over, and it fits exactly. Okay. All right, then open it up like this. And then since this is the back, that's where the seam is, we're going to fold these in first, the sides. And we're going to put a little bit of glue on here, just a little. And, okay. And then we're going to put glue. Let me see which one is the back. So the back is going to go next, because we want the front not to have a seam. Okay, so we have all that. And then I'm just going to take my bone folder and just push down on it. All right, I'm going to take this one off so you can see how these fit in here. It's just the it's the 3 ounces. So they're nice sized bottles, just like that. Okay. All right, now next we're going to take the lid, and the lid is 5 by 5 3/8, and it's scored at 1.5 on all sides. So let's just, hey Janet. A lot of my team members are on my video today. Okay, so we have this. So now what we're going to do is going to cut here, and we're going to do the same thing that I said with the score bump. And we're cutting on the longer side. I'm going to flip it around and do the same thing over here. And then right here. Okay, so let's put this together. They're kind of fun, aren't they, Nancy? I'm going to put glue on all the outside corners, all the corners, not this one. Okay, and then we're just going to fold in and hold it. Same thing here, fold in and hold it. Okay. All right, so we have this. Now this is just going to fit right on top. Okay, just like that. All right, so now we're going to do some stamping. And let me see. I want to keep this measured up, so we'll go in this direction. Let me see. Will this cover it? It will. So I'm going to go this direction so I don't go off the page. Okay. All right. So we'll take, where did it go? This one. And we're going here. and here. All right, let's heat this one up. Okay, so next we're going to take this one again. It's going to go perfect. Oh, we need it again. This one is going to go right here. And then I'm going to take the crumb cake again. Put it here. All right, so then we're going to take the die, and this is the die we're using. It's in the same set. I love all these. We're going to just position this so I get how I want it in the die. So I'm going to just run this through real quickly. And like I said, ladies, the products that I used are all listed in the comment section of this of the video, so you can click on them to purchase. All right, so we're going to put this on a piece of gold, and I'll trim that off. It does give me the look of kind of Asian and my Japanese friends. Okay, and then what we're going to do is put this right here, but we're going to put it the dimensionals just on top here. So and we're going to do 3 of them, so it's stuck nice and sturdy here. Okay, so I'm just going to go right, trying to get it centered. There. Okay, let me close this up so I don't make a mess and just have a little bit more to do. All right, and then I'm using, let me show you the stamp. I'm using Saying Hey, and I believe this is on the last chance list, and I'm using Thanks right here. Let me see. I ran this. All the products are listed here. Yes, it's on sale for $15.30. So you might want to grab that up before they're gone. Okay, so let me grab this and ink this up, see if I can do it without using the pad. If not, I'll just turn it over and do it again. It's perfect. Okay. Let me heat this up. Now I am cheating. I have an old punch. This has got to be covered up. I have an old punch that I can just slide this in and trim it, and then I'll trim it off. I don't even know the name of this punch, but I won't get rid of it because it works out perfectly for this. And you know what? I got to turn this around because that was the back side. But that's all right. Okay, so we're going to just trim this on an angle. Trim this side on an angle. I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. It does look, it looks so much better, Cliffy, because then that bump isn't in there and looking kind of weird. Okay, so we have that. And then I have a couple of these, and I think I'm just going to glue these on. Again, these are from the Layers of Beauty die pack. I'm just going to take the bottom part off because that we don't need that. Same thing with the other one. So don't forget to place your order because free shipping ends tomorrow. You don't want to miss out on that. It'll save you some money. And make sure, ladies, when you're placing your order that you opt in to the rewards program. So you for every $20 that you purchase, you get 10% back to go into your account, and you can use it on your next purchase. So that's how the rewards program is working now. Okay, so let's get this ribbon. This is the open weave. We'll put this on here. It's getting hung up on something. Okay, so we're going to go here and tie a bow. This looks so pretty on packages for Christmas because I always mix it in with regular ribbon, satin ribbon, and it just gives it that extra sparkle. We used to have it in silver, and I have tons of that left. Okay, so let me trim this off. And here are your projects for today. Let me grab them for you. And remember, watch for my In Color Club if you're interested. I'd love to have you join my In Color Club. And here's the other one. Okay. And your order has to be $50 to get my make and takes, but $75 will get you free shipping. So ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate every one of you. And I love that you give me the opportunity to earn your business. Have a nice evening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.